Good morning, students. Welcome to this year's 21C course. We are going to strengthen those 21st century skills you've been building for the last couple of years and introduce some new ones. The purpose of this first lesson is to do a quick review of those skills and launch into our Unit 1. The essential questions for this lesson include: what is the 21C course and why are 21st century skills important? What is authentic student civic engagement and why does my voice matter? And what issues related to civics are important to me and what did I find in my research to share with my classmates? As a reminder, we have adapted 21st century skills from Dr. Tony Wagner's 7 survival skills. And these are presented here. These are skills that you've been seeing: critical thinking and problem solving, collaboration and leadership, agility and adaptability, initiative and entrepreneurialism, effective oral and written communication, accessing and analyzing information, and curiosity and imagination. And you'll remember from previous years that we study 21st century skills because we no longer need to memorize facts and figures like we did decades ago, because now we have our phones right in front of us, and now we need to be able to apply these higher level thinking skills so we can create the solutions and ideas that we need for now and in the future in today's age. Those of you who are just joining us, we will have some reviews on that background. This year's projects will build on those previous skills and will also introduce some new skills. All of your teachers got together at the end of last year. We reviewed the previous slide as well as more lists of 21st century skills and selected 2 that we knew we need to build here at Ocean Academy and among you. So our first project is going to be civic, ethical, and social justice literacy. And this is about knowing that your voice matters and making a difference and a change in your community for the rest of your life. Environmental and conservation literacy, ecosystems understanding, and this is about taking action for the earth so that you do have clean air to breathe and clean water to drink, and that you can live a long, healthy life, and the future generations can as well. You'll also do another investigative project where you get to explore your own I wonder, and that can be in any area where you are going to engage with experts, conduct surveys, and conduct research to share. And then finally, health and wellness literacy, nutrition, diet, exercise, public health, and safety. Because why would we want to learn all these other things in school if we're not going to be able to enjoy our quality of life? We need to be able to have that healthy body and mind. The class format for this year is going to be Wednesday mornings, 1 class period with your advisor where you'll receive instructions, guidance, and get started on the project that you'll be doing for Wednesday afternoon, which is an independent time. You'll be working from home. You can do this alone or with a partner. It can be virtual with your partner, or if you have permission, you can get together and work together as a team. Thursday, period 1. Oh, let me say those instructions may vary a little bit throughout the year. Then Thursday morning, the very next morning, you will all be presenting to your classmates. So it's important that you go ahead and do what you need to do on those Wednesday afternoons so you'll be proud of what you have to present the next day. If you don't have something to present, then you will stay after school that day and the following Tuesday for 21C tutoring so you can get back up and current. Unit 1, Civic, Ethical, and Social Justice Literacy. This has to do with civics, having to do with our community, our voice. That has to do with voting, contributing to the community, getting involved in politics. The important part here is that these big decisions that are made are not for other people to make, they're for all citizens to make and be part of. Ethics, doing the right thing, and social justice. You're going to be doing some research, so I'm going to let you share about that tomorrow. This has to do with Be the Change, Mahatma Gandhi. This is a quote that you'll see on the front of our school, and it means don't sit back and point at others or criticize. Be the one that does something about what you'd like to see happen. Be solution-oriented, action-oriented, and don't just sit around, do something. You will have an authentic presentation. So at the end of this unit, Your form will have selected a few problem areas. You'll vote on those based on your presentations, and then you will divide up into groups. You'll research and develop solutions for those problems and present your ideas to the decision makers who could actually implement your solutions. Examples may be Caulker Village Council, Belize Tourism Board, one of the ministers that's in that would have influence over the area that's important to you, or other decision makers. So an important part of selecting the problem is this something we can actually do something about? Just a quick overview that once you'll start with identifying the areas, the problems, the policy that you want to influence. Secondly, your class will vote and you will pick a few of those problem areas. Then you will gather in those groups based on those problem areas and begin to come up with ideas and solutions and develop a portfolio that you'll be able to use that provides the background and the real information that can help those decision makers choose to carry out your idea. You'll present that portfolio and then you'll reflect on your learning experience. What does authentic student civic engagement mean? Well, authentic always means real world. This is not something you're just doing for a class assignment, but you're actually engaging and immersing yourself into the real world. The student civic engagement means that the students are making a difference in the quality of life in a community through both political and non-political processes. So, for example, civic action includes volunteering. Civic commitment or duty means having the mindset or the willingness to make positive contributions to society. Civic skills includes the ability to be involved in politics and democracy. And when you become 18, this will include voting and being informed in what you're voting about. Social cohesion, reciprocity, meaning that we help each other. I can help you, you can help me. That makes us have a stronger community. And we have bonding and trust. So let's talk about getting started with this activity. The first thing you're going to do is choose your prompt. Check out the list of prompts on the 21C Google site. You can find that by going to the OA Dolphins page, the home page, click on Academics at the top of your screen, and then 21C. This is the 21C site. You'll scroll down here and find under the instructions for today's lessons this area called prompts, and you'll click the drop down expand button and it's going to list several prompts here. You do need to select one from this list. They are broad. You can find any interest area that you have and fit it into one of these questions. So for example, when it says down there at the bottom, describe a law that you believe is important in Belize but not properly enforced. What should be done about this? If you're very interested in marine biology and you're concerned about some of the fishing laws not being enforced, this is an area where you can do a bit of research, share what that law is, share what your concern is. Maybe you find a statistic that tells you about overfishing. What is democracy? When did Belize become a democracy? This is an example where you can do your research, find out about the history if you want to share straight from your research. What are rights? Do you think people's rights are respected in your community? Why or why not? Give an example. So this is an area where you could select anything that matters to you. Google and find out how you're going to define for your classmates what rights are, and then explain how you feel about those rights being protected in your community. So I won't read through this list, but this is where you'll come back and select your prompt and decide if you're going to work alone or with a partner. You'll read or watch at least 2 to 3 videos or articles. Those need to be from credible sources, can be from a government agency, a respected organization, a respected expert, not someone who's just giving you their opinion. For first formers, that can be 1 or 2 videos or articles. You need to inform your answers to those prompt questions with evidence. That needs to not, you don't want to say things like always, never, exaggerated opinions. You want to make sure that your answer is credible based on facts and evidence that you're finding from your sources. You have a choice. On Thursday morning, you will either present live using Google Slides. If you're in first form and you're not yet comfortable with Google Slides, you may use a poster. The other option is that any of you may pre-record your video and that will be shared on Thursday morning. You do need to make sure that you submit either your video or the slides that you'll be planning to use on Thursday morning, that you submit those into your Google Classroom by Wednesday evening so they are ready to quickly and easily be shared Thursday morning. The video or the live presentation should be 1 or 2 minutes per person. So if you're working with a partner, that's 3 or 4 minutes. You do need to make sure you share what your credible sources were. And as I said, avoid some of that exaggerated language. Be sure that you use your own words and you do not plagiarize, which means using someone else's words without either summarizing, and also you need to give them credit that it's their idea. There is an assessment rubric or a list of the checklists you will need for both your presentation and when you're listening in the audience, so be sure to check that out on the 21C site. Remember, this is Thursday, period 1, that you'll be presenting, so you'll get started in class today. You'll do your preparation this afternoon, and we'll be excited to see your presentations tomorrow. Have fun, everybody. Don't forget, if you're not able to present, then you'll be in tutoring Thursday and Tuesday after school. Have fun. Excited to hear what you have to share.